I think we learned. You let the other team get the 2-goal lead. Let them blow it. Yeah. I think we've made a breakthrough here. Now, I don't want to alarm anyone. Is your DeBrincat making too much noise all the time?
I haven't really prepared for this.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in. The Blackhawks just completed their 25th game of their shortened 56-game season. And for the second straight game, the Blackhawks find themselves in overtime against the Tampa Bay Lightning. But this time was different. The Blackhawks get the victory in the shootout. Final score 4-3. Hold on. 4-3? 4 plus 3, that equals... It was foretold. Some sad news came earlier this morning. Brent Seabrook announcing that his playing days are officially behind him. His body just will not let him play hockey anymore after 15 grueling and wonderful seasons. He had his surgeries, last winter. He looked like he was going to be able to come back. He said he was feeling great in the training camp for the return to play, but, just wasn't quite ready then. And then he was gearing up for this season, and the day before Christmas, he wakes up and, can't walk, and it's been like that ever since. So, yeah, he's done. Now, he's not officially, retiring. He's not technically retiring. He's not filling out that paperwork, so... His cap hit will still count against the Blackhawks. We got 3 more years of that, but that's not really even a thought right now. This is getting harder and harder for every one of these that happens. We're not even halfway through the core. It's so tough, at least for me. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I mean, Seabrook... the last 5 years, he's, gotten the brunt of a lot of criticism because of, his cap hit and, not being that same player anymore. But, you can't fault him for taking that contract, right? His body just kind of gave out on him. And, man, he's been just so important to this team throughout these 15 years. Jonathan Toews has, the C. He's the captain, but Seabrook was one of, if not the biggest leaders in the locker room. Blackhawks don't win 3 Stanley Cups without him. He did so many things that didn't show up on the score sheet. Physical body, throwing his body around, breaking up plays. He's a master of breaking up 2-on-1s, sliding and doing that windmill. I'm pretty sure he taught Connor Murphy how to do it. It seemed like Seabrook was the inventor of that move. And he had a big shot too and scored big goals, big playoff overtime goals. Game 5 against Nashville, Game 7 against the Red Wings, Game 4 against the Bruins, all in 2013 en route to that cup. Just so many great memories, and it's I'm legit tearing up here. We knew he wasn't going to be playing. He hasn't really been playing, but it's still hard. It's still hard to comprehend that he's done. He's a Hall of Famer in my mind, right? 3 Stanley Cups, gold medal in the Olympics. He's a Hall of Famer, and he's going to have his number in the rafters, probably in tandem with Chris Chelios, but it's going to be up there someday. It'll be up there. Oh my God, this is so tough. But... man, it was great to win this game on this day where this was announced. I'm so happy that we were able to find a way, and the thoughts and everything that was pouring out from the team, and how much he's meant to even the young guys who have come through. Boquist and Doc and DeBrincat and all the words they've had for him. He's a guy that's, he has 3 Stanley Cups. He's accomplished. He has nothing to prove. He doesn't need to, mentor these young kids as they come through, but he more than did. And it just speaks to the kind of person and leader and just how great he was. For as much crap as he got in these last 5 years, it's unfortunate because, man, he was incredible for this team. Absolutely incredible. Wouldn't trade any of his 15 years for anything. All right, now that I'm drying up a little bit, let's actually talk about this game. Malcolm Subban in net for the Blackhawks. Curtis McElhinney in net for the Lightning. Back end of a back-to-back. Second game of a 3-game series between these two teams. And the Blackhawks coming off a game where they feel like probably should have won, right? Up 2-0. They blow it. End up losing in overtime to a 0.1 second left to goal. That's disappointing, right? They're looking to bounce back. Malcolm Subban also looking to bounce back. Last time he played the Lightning was the very first game of the season. Blackhawks, they're a better team since then. They've improved since then. And Subban, he's also improved since then. He's looking to come out, have a little bit better performance than the 5 goals he gave up in that first game. And boy, did he ever deliver. He had an unreal game in this one. Yes, he gave up 3 goals on 42 shots. He made some huge saves, some unreal saves throughout this game in huge moments. First period, second period, third period, overtime, shootout. He was incredible. He is the reason why the Blackhawks won this game. If it wasn't for Alex DeBrincat having milestones in this game, Subban would have been first star. I highly believe that. He was incredible. He was absolutely unreal. And he had to battle some adversity early in this game. The Lightning came out to play tonight, and it started early with them. They scored just about 3 minutes into the game. Anthony Cirelli putting home a rebound goal. And then just past the halfway mark in the first period, Lightning get a power play goal from Alex Killorn. And all of a sudden, just like that, it's a 2-0 lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And this game is looking like it could be, it could be a rout here. The Blackhawks would respond. They would get a power play of their own. And thankfully tonight, their power play wasn't absolute hot garbage. Now, they still only went 1 for 5, but at least they scored, and at least they didn't give up a shorthanded goal tonight. Alex DeBrincat with the power play goal. About 7 minutes left to go in the first period. Soderberg with a great screen in front. Alex DeBrincat, he's back, folks. He's back this year. This is the Alex DeBrincat we know and love. An absolute snipe, perfect shot. His 100th career goal, his 200th career point. Nice milestones for Alex. And the Blackhawks cut this to a 2-1 game, and that's how this game would go into the second period. The Lightning came out and pushed hard in that second period. They outshot the Hawks 11-5 in that middle frame. It was a complete 180 from last night's game where the Hawks completely dominated the second period. Lightning had a couple power plays as well, but thankfully the Hawks killed off those penalties. But even so, all signs pointed to the Lightning scoring the next goal and making this a 3-1 game. But thankfully, Malcolm Subban was up to the task. He stood tall, and the Lightning didn't score any goals in that second period. But you know who did? The Hawks. 7 minutes in, Patrick Kane finds Alex DeBrincat. Bad angle shot, one-timer, doesn't matter. Blows it by McElhinney, and this game is tied at 2 apiece as we go into the third period. Once again, the Lightning would come out strong. They outshot the Hawks 15-8 in that third period, and just under 3.5 minutes into the period, Ryan McDonough would put the Lightning back in front, making it 3-2, and it wasn't looking good for the Hawks, but they pushed back, and 6 minutes into the third, they would find the back of the net and tie this game up. Dominic Kubalik getting a little bit of puck luck. Shot from the point, kind of hits defender or him in front, falls to his stick, and he just pots home the rebound past McElhinney. You make your own luck sometimes. The Hawks did it. Kubalik converts, and the Hawks are tied up 3-3 in the third. Pat Foley having a fantastic time with that. And somehow, someway, this game finds a way to go into overtime. So for the second straight game, the Blackhawks find a way to pick up at least 1 point against the defending Stanley Cup champions, which is a pretty positive thing. But after last night's game and Seabrook's announcement earlier in the day, like, you really want to pick up that second point, that winner's point. Like, that would be just, that would be primo. And this overtime, these past two overtimes, these two teams have put on a show these past two nights. Some incredible overtime hockey. Very, very entertaining. I mean, this is how 3-on-3 overtime hockey should be. Both teams getting chances, back and forth action, odd man rushes, Kane with a couple breakaways, Point with a couple breakaways, both goaltenders making some ridiculous saves. Lightning even had a power play in this overtime, and the Hawks battled. They battled so hard. Subban battled so hard and found a way somehow to keep the puck out of the net and force this into a shootout. I know a lot of people would like to have overtime extended, and when you see games like this game and last night's game, like, it'd be hard pressed to argue against it. But man, these guys left it all out. I don't know how much more they had in the tank after these 5 minutes. Just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. And so we go to the shootout, the skills competition, to decide this essentially a tie. But someone's got to get that second point. Now, thankfully, the Lightning have a bunch of scrubs on their team, and the Hawks have a kid by the name of Philip Kurashev, who absolutely snipes it by Curtis McElhaney. Top shelf peanut butter. The only goal of the shootout. Hawks get the victory on Brent Seabrook's day, grabbing them 3 out of a possible 4 points of these first 2 games of this series. And no matter what happens on Sunday, worst case scenario, they have 3 points out of a possible 6. You tell me they get that before this series, and I take it 100% of the time. In my mind, we're not even done with this series, and I consider it mission accomplished. Without our top 3 centermen against the defending Stanley Cup champions to start a ridiculous month of March, to do this, to get these points, yeah, I'll take it. Now, before I sign off, before I end this video, it is the end of the week, and you know what that means. It is time for me to award this week's Hawks Recap Blackhawk Player of the Week award, and this week I'm awarding this historic and prestigious award to someone who didn't score a single goal, didn't record a single assist, didn't register a single hit, didn't even play a single game this week. Congratulations to Brent Seabrook on a wonderful career and for winning this prestigious and historic award. And with that, I say thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.